Hey, good morning, everyone. This is Dead Mother Amanda coming to you live again from somewhere on planet Earth. Um, and I've got my friend here, Angelina, and she does have a channel. I've got to let the dog out here real quick because he's having a hernia. Go potty. Okay, coming to you live from a planet somewhere on Earth. Maybe, I think. I don't know.
Okay, then.
Anyway, she does have a Facebook channel, and it's right there on the screen. Angelina Hanasek. And she's done some YouTube, yeah, some Facebook Lives, and she has posted them on the YouTube. So look her up on YouTube and Facebook. I posted mine on Facebook as well. Today we're going to do a thing called gender dysphoria slash gender identity disorder. And what it is and what it's like and what it's not like. And yeah, we're going to get into it. So, Angelina, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Awesome sauce.
Let's got going with my live stream. Amanda was on there for a few seconds.
Yeah. And I was on my
She was having some technical difficulties earlier, but hopefully she got that straightened out now.
Yeah, I think I've got them straightened out. I was on my phone and I was having some technical difficulties with my uh level 4, I think what it is for. It's not a 5, G5 or whatever it is that the wide phones are on now, but I'm on my laptop with this one, so hopefully it should be going pretty good. So anyway, it's the gender dysphoria thing is like gender identity disorders in congruence with the way my mind and brain are thinking in congruence with my body and the way they were born. Female having a female brain with a male body. This doesn't work out real well for me. Okay, and how about you, Angelina?
I personally had it relatively easy. The biggest thing with the gender dysphoria, I don't know how to put it, but it can lead to distress and
Yes,
and other things. I'm trying to remember a couple things from my live stream that I did not too long ago, but
right. Yeah, sometimes it leads to a depression. For me, it leads to a depression, and what it is, it's for me, it's the driving force to want to medically transition. You
right,
know, without either way you want to talk about it, gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder, because again, it is both technically. Um, I guess it's what the person feels comfortable with calling it. Without either one of those, there's really not much motivation to want to medically transition. And I think unless we're medically transition, I don't believe it's gender dysphoria, or we're not transgender or transsexual. Without that driving force to want to medically transition. And I know that part of your story is doing that medical transition.
yeah,
Um, right along with mine. So far I've had, of course, I've been taking hormones for a while, estrogen for therapy for since like 2019. I've also been in living as a woman since late 2017. And I started my hormone therapy in December 2019.
Right.
So I've been doing this for like what, so 18, 19, 20, was there 6 years, and 4 years on a little over 4 years, a little over 6 years on the presenting as, and a little over 4 years on hormone therapy. And I've had breast augmentation and vocal fem surgery. And also, I had vocal surgery first back in 2022. Yeah, 2022, and the breast augmentation in 23. And with getting very little breast development from the hormone therapy, and I've had some. I did get some, but for
I've
me,
had good luck with the transition side of it. I'm pretty large in breast, and I do have a surgery procedure coming up. It's called an orchiectomy.
orchiectomy.
Yep, I'll be getting that done here shortly. I decided to, yes, I can do it all at once, but right now with my health, I can only do so much at a time. I think a full surgery, full bottom surgery is like 5 to 6 hours, I believe.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I am not mentally and physically capable of handling that big of a surgery right now. So I'm getting little stuff done right now, like the orchiectomy.
yeah, yeah.
It'll probably be about a 30-minute procedure, maybe. I know I can handle that. All of my doctors and my counselors are all aware of what I want done, what I'm doing, and they all agree I'm able to handle specifically this type of surgery. And they believe that I'm doing the right thing.
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome to have that support behind you from the medical and counselors and all that. And of course, I support you what you're doing too. And
Yep.
I want it to be the right way for you. And
Yep.
with the least amount of stuff, emotional, physical, and emotional stress. Because it is stressful. Going into it can be stressful, anxiety with all that and stuff like that going into surgery, and
The
you know,
surgery itself, any surgery by itself is very stressful in
absolutely,
general. I don't care if you got a cut on your finger that needs stitching up, that's still surgery,
yeah, yeah,
to a major heart implant.
yeah. I remember we're talking about the finger thing. My son lost the tip of one of his fingers, and he had to have that. Well, today he's awake, and they gave him all the numbing stuff, and they had to
Yeah.
shave down some of the bone, the tip of the bone, the doctor could restitch up the end of his finger, So yeah, it's a big thing, It can be a big thing, And he's had rheumatic fever before. Other than his finger, he hasn't had any really other surgery type stuff. For me, I'm trying to think. I've had quite a few, so for like me, it's not that I go out looking for surgeries. It's just over the course of my life, I've had, oh God, five, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've had probably about 14 surgeries so far. That includes the two trans surgeries that I've had.
Yeah, I haven't had any trans surgeries yet. Everything you see on me right now
It's natural.
is all real.
Yeah. Most of my breast, a lot of my breast development is natural.
I don't have any breast implants or nothing like that.
Yeah, minus.
I wanted to try yes, my breasts are small, but I'm very happy with them. And that's all that matters.
Yeah, that's as long as you're happy with them, that is what matters. I figured I was in my late 40s and early 50s when I started my transition. So it's just like, yeah. So me responding to the therapy, I did get some development, but there wasn't a lot. And on how much more I was going to get from the hormone replacement therapy, I'm not really sure. I think it was maybe about half the size of what you've got
Yeah.
currently, if that. So it's like for me, I had to do something. And I'm okay with it. I'm gonna have to go in and have an adjustment on the right side, because some of the wall didn't quite hold after the breast augmentation. So,
Right. Unfortunately, that does happen sometimes.
yep. So it's like, and I've had bariatric surgery. So what's going to happen with that to go for me to go back in and having it done? I'm probably going to have bottom surgery first
Yeah.
because there's going to be because they're going to go in robotically in the abdomen. So what the person that did my breast augmentation is also going to do removes so a lot of the excess skin, and it just shore up the breast on the right side. Which yeah, it's I don't think it was anything of her fault at all. She's so sweet. It's Dr. Elizabeth Lax from Bassett Healthcare System in Oneonta in Cooperstown. She's wonderful. She's a beautiful person. And so, yeah, after he did the breast augmentation, had an appointment with her afterwards. I think it was about 2 months, 3 months out after the surgery. And I said, she asked me, says, "Do you feel more feminine?" I says, "Yeah." I said, I'm like, wow, yeah, it's like, holy crap, night and day. So it's like, it seemed like it was night and day, and it sometimes still does feel that. And I says, yeah, absolutely. I says, I'm getting some more pain on the right over in through here. She says,
Okay.
just says you can see where it didn't quite hold. So when we go in for the get removing the excess skin from the bariatric surgery, she gonna shore that up. Go back in and shore that side up. So there's more continuity between the two. It's
Yeah.
not very noticeable, but I can notice it, and you look close enough, there's a little bit of difference. Hey, Max, this is my son's dog, Max. And
Hi, Maxie.
he's a big love bug. Um, so, but anyway, yeah. So that's going to happen after my bottom surgery. And without that gender dysphoria and gender identity disorder, what's that? I wouldn't have much motivation to have to medically transition.
Right.
And I think that's necessary. Have that diagnosis. And either one, it doesn't matter to me what the diagnosis is because they both pertain. They're both the same thing. And And I don't necessarily, I don't agree with those that say that you don't need gender dysphoria or gender identity disorder for medically transitioning. And I'm like, okay, what's the motivation to medically transition? Because people normally wouldn't willingly go in and have surgeries without it. It's just not something that's like after having so many, and it's like what I'm like, yeah, no, it doesn't make sense. It just to have surgery for no legitimate reason. Without having gender dysphoria or identity disorder, and I don't think the gender identity disorder is a bad thing. It's a bad term. Some people,
I agree with you.
some people seem to think it is, but I don't think it's not. Because it's a mental thing, psychological.
Right.
And I've seen where they've done some studies on the brains of men, women that are straight, not I know a lot of people use cisgender, but I for some reason I don't necessarily
Use that term.
yeah, I'm not necessarily on board with that term, but it's like those who are I'd want to say straight, non-LGBT
Right.
aligning, but they may be allies. Um, for those that aren't like us, it's just like there's really no reason to surgically alter themselves, and that's okay, and having allies, in the non LGBT community, that's awesome. The allies is pride, I would say, has to
I
be the
I have
community.
a lot of allies,
Yeah,
especially
that are straight.
where I live. Some of my friends in my hometown are good allies of myself for
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I want to be
that's
up straight with people. I do live in a shelter, currently in long-term housing. And everybody's been pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. And you
I
want to
consider everybody my friends. They all know I'm transgender.
yeah. And do you want to share what that where the housing shelter housing is?
Um,
I don't want to share without your permission.
I'd rather keep that confidential for right now.
Okay, okay, sure, yeah, yeah.
Um,
Now it's female residents, right?
it's a female residence.
Yeah,
Um, I for my own safety and other people's safety, I can't really confirm or deny where I'm living. So,
right. Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
I can say it's a safe, supporting housing where I live.
Okay, cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. Like I said, well, you're getting support from the residents and some of the staff there. Or
Yeah.
how's that going there with the staff?
Uh,
Iffy
I don't
some.
know. I don't talk too much to some of the management, upper management. We
Right.
have different management levels on each floor where we live, and I don't really talk to them.
Yeah, yeah. I was on a male shelter there
I
before I started
I'm
transition. So yeah, I,
I'm not the only. I can state that I'm not the only uh, transgender person that has come through these doors.
yeah, yeah. Okay, come on.
Um, I personally found that everybody is pretty calm and relaxed around us transgender people,
Mhm.
but other people that our transgender that came through these doors had experiences where the staff were not friendly to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not sure why that's the case. We've had a lot of staff get let go recently, and new staff has come in. So maybe the newer staff is a little bit more supportive than the old staff. That's my guess.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it's probably right. It could be right. Yeah, I don't live there, yeah, it's probably, I'm sure that's right, correct. Um, not everybody supports the LGBT community, and that's okay too, as long as they're not trying to be assholes and bitches about it. It's like, yeah, okay,
Right. And
yeah,
they can't just in in the shelter that I'm in can't just turn us away either, because otherwise it's going against everything they stand for.
right,
So
yeah. You've had your legal name and gender marker changed.
I have.
Okay, yeah, I'm still in process of that. I can do the gender marker through the DMV, but I haven't done that legally. I'm in process of doing that legally. And then when
I
I go
think
through,
that helped me a lot with my process in the shelter that I'm in, is because I already had my license and my social security cards already transferred over by the time I came here for help. The last thing I had done was my birth certificate, and the shelter that I'm in has helped me
oh, that's cool.
get that. So
Oh,
I'm all legally changed now, and there's nothing they can do about it.
yeah,
So, and that's probably one of the reasons why that they're so relaxed around me.
yeah. I need to take the card, send in the court paperwork for all that stuff, right?
Yep.
To have
Um,
those, yeah,
it
yeah,
just depends that legal fees with that. Just depends on who you're going through. I went
yeah.
through Bassett County to get mine done. They referred me to a
Oh, Bassett Medical.
specialized lawyer in Syracuse
Oh, okay, yeah.
who deals with the name change for transgender people.
Yeah. I was going through that one that legal service in Syracuse. I guess they were
Yeah,
saying
so I got all my paperwork done for free pretty much. All I had to do was pretty much buy a birth certificate,
yeah,
and which was fairly reasonable. I think it was like $20.
yeah. I think that's
It
pretty much what it is for lawyers.
prices are really different for everybody, depending on where you're born.
Yeah. I think where I was born in Endicott, so I think theirs is $20 too.
Yeah, and my driver's license was a little bit more expensive than normal because at the time I was driving a taxi cab. So I had to have a specialized license to do that.
That's a
So
Class C license.
yeah, that's your normal driver's license is a class D
B.
in New York State, and I'm registered as a class E, which means I can drive people around in a taxi cab or medical transportation vehicle.
Yeah, or a limo. And yeah,
Yeah.
I had a class A CDL, so I could drive them without having the class E.
Right.
The class A covers all the licenses except for endorsements.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just they're all professional licenses except the Class D. They're not
Yeah.
professional licenses. The Class D isn't a professional license. It just says, yeah, you know how to drive, or you're supposed to know how to drive. Sometimes I call it the dumbass class license. But it is what it is. I don't know. Nobody's perfect at driving. So
Um,
anyway,
I can share some of the stuff that I was just streaming on if you want me to for your topic,
sure, sure.
or do you have more to add?
Now I'm gonna go ahead with what you're gonna add. That's fine. That's okay. Go ahead.
All right, so one of the things on my earlier live streams today was I gave a definition from Oxford Languages, so I'm going to read that off to you real quick. Um, Gender dysphoria, a state of severe distress or unhappiness caused by feeling that one's gender identity does not match one's sex as registered at birth. That was one of the things. That was the first definition that I came up with. Oh, man, my throat's dry.
Yeah, it's just yeah, it's wow. And some of these people they run around saying they're trans women and running around with beards and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, I'll go home.
Yeah,
You're just a straight up man. Sorry, ain't nothing trans about you because trans women don't go around or go around in public with beards.
and you're exactly right.
It's like we just
And
don't.
this is why I like your live streams, and because you do things your way,
Yeah,
I do things my way.
right.
We do have some equal ground.
Yeah, we do, and it's like. Yeah, some of these dudes going around saying, I'm trans, he's one of them, but
Yeah,
shut, go
just
home.
like the one wannabe that was living in our shelter that wasn't really transgender. He was pretending to be.
Jeez.
We're
Yeah,
not going to go through that again. Oh,
yeah.
and by the way, I seen him today.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Yay. That sounds like fun, but not really. Oh,
So a
gosh.
little bit of an overview.
Uh,
According to the Mayo Clinic research is and study. Mayo Clinic is a specialized disease and control place, but they also specialize in transgender care, which I did not know about.
huh?
Now, according to their website, um, gender dysphoria is the feeling or of discomfort or distress that might occur in people whose gender identity differs from their sex assigned at birth or sex related physical characteristics.
Yeah.
Um, Transgender and gender diverse people might experience gender dysphoria at some point in their lives. However, some transgender and diverse people feel at ease with their bodies. with or without medical intervention.
Oh my good lord! I don't know. Let's think I'd agree without the medical intervention. I don't know if I'd
Now,
say that.
now that's according to the Mayo Clinic. That's just something that they stated. Um, I personally don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to. I don't know if it's something I'd want to have put in there and be okay with not medically transitioning. And I don't know about all that. I don't know about all that. You know.
I personally probably wouldn't have put that in there
Yeah, I don't think I wouldn't have either. To be honest with you, it's just like
if I
yeah,
were them. But I mean,
because
that's their point of view. I'm not butchering them.
yeah, and that's kind of. I think that's kind of part of that, but I think that's a big part of the problem why there's bearded freaking men going into women's rooms and locker rooms and all this other good crap and not doing anything about it, you know, making all
Right.
women feel uncomfortable and giving sexual deviants and pedophiles a reason to go in there and cause harm to women. It's like, no, that's no. It's like
I do see your point.
giving them free reign to do whatever they want to women. Like, yeah, no, that's no. And I was like, shit, no. That's absolutely and totally not good at all.
Uh-huh.
Gives us a bad name.
It does. For the
Yeah,
people who are actually transgender and are actually trying to do it the right way,
yeah.
it it looks bad on us when these people are doing this.
It
Like
does. But when it comes down to really being
like
trans,
like you and I talk a lot. You say it a lot on your other streams that there's guys that go actually into the women's bathroom. I hate to use this, but I'm going to. But they get a hard on in the bathroom.
yeah, they do. One of them puts
Come on,
puts
you're
skirt.
women don't do that.
No, I'm like, come on. It's like
Just
seriously. One guy,
go in the bathroom, do your business, and get out.
yeah, one guy photographed himself in the women's room in a women's skirt with an erection. I'm like, wait, no, that's it. No, that's it.
I remember you discussing that. I think I seen that live stream where you were discussing that.
Yeah, I did.
That's insane.
It's disgusting. You know, it's like, no, all we want to do is fit in. You know,
Exactly.
as if we were, you know, and go in, use the restroom. If we have a conversation, okay, big deal. We have a conversation and leave the restroom. You know,
Yep.
and it's like, I haven't had bottom surgery yet, so the only way I would use a locker room is if there was a stall in there that had a door to use the rest to use the toilet and then leave. You know,
Right.
no, because I'm not taking a shower in there. You know, with women in it, it's gonna make them nervous. It's no, that's that's not right. No, it's not right at all.
Max
And then
loves you to death tonight.
what's that?
Max loves you tonight.
Yeah, he always does this. Yeah, he's a big baby. He's a big baby. He's probably got to have food or something, food or water or something maybe.
Probably.
Yeah, it's like yeah, it's just like I just saw this thing a couple days ago with a couple of YouTubers, and I did something about it the other day. It had this up in Alaska with oh god, Planet Fitness. There was a guy in the women's locker room shaving with a 12-year-old child in there wrapped up in a towel.
Yeah, that's it.
That's sick.
What? You wonder what goes through these people's minds, you know?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. And the woman that took a picture and told the staff about it, she got her subscription to that the Planet Fitness revoked. I'm like, come on, are you serious? That guy is committing a crime in front of a 12-year-old child, minor child.
He was.
Yeah, and it's like, no, I'm just confident. Like they just a lot of those people out there just kind of no, don't take it, leave that place. Do not pay for any more access to there. Go to another gym, and because this is not right. It's just a bunch of,
Exactly.
it's not right at all. It's like that one swimmer, Leah Thomas, taking a shower in the women's locker room. No, you don't do that crap. And then at colleges say, well, you can't say anything about it. Like, well, you know, wrong, wrong. Sorry, because that's not trans.
Yeah, that's
That's
not.
trans people don't do that. Real trans people, women don't do that. Ones of us that are really trans women, we don't do that. And when I get playing one that for me, I'm not going to get a
We
review.
know where the line is, and we don't cross it.
Yeah. And even if I was young enough to get still be in sports, I'd be looking at it, trying to start a trans league. You know, because it's still, even though I got reduced strength and muscle mass, you know, still I'm still more competitive and bigger and stronger and more lung capacity, thicker bones, and all that than a biological woman or somebody who was born from
Right.
it. And I've seen too many people lose out on stuff that they could have gotten, like scholarships, or it's like the one trans MMA fighter fractured a woman's skull within 39 seconds of the first round. Are you serious? And then at the end of the match, he was bragging about it. I'm like, you're sick. I'm like, come here, let me fight you in the octagon. Let me go.
Yeah, that's definitely really messed up.
Yeah, it's gonna ruin the reputations and stuff like that. You know, it's like no. That's why I don't like a lot of this ideology crap. You know, and that's what's gonna ruin it for all of us, even though the ones of us who are adults. Gonna ruin it for us being able to transition
Yeah.
when we need it. For those of us who are adults and actually need it.
And it's already hard enough for us as it is now.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's like, yeah, and that kind of brings up something else with the kids that say they're trans. It's like, I don't agree with medically
Yep.
transitioning a child. You know, because they're not they don't have the mental capacity to figure it out. People say they don't have the mental capacity to understand what it is to join the military, smoke cigarettes, or vote, or any other thing that they're not supposed to be doing. You know, and they're supposed to understand what that's all about. I'm like, seriously, come on, really? That's even more drastic. Medically transitioning is even more drastic. How does a child understand those decisions? I don't see how they can. I couldn't. I wouldn't have been able to understand all of it, all the future ramifications. I don't know, even being told, it's like, okay, whatever, okay, let's do it. Like, huh?
Yep.
Just sometimes it makes me kind of sick to my stomach, you know, hearing some of the stuff that's going on out there. You know, it's like, really? And then, like, they want to say they're queer. Oh, really? You're deranged? You're irredeemably irredeemable and permanently deranged? Because that's what it means. That's what it originally means. I don't know. It's like the people are trying to reclaim it and change the definition, but it's like, okay, yeah. It's like, I don't know. Okay, give it a shot. Let's see what happens. I know. I think as long as people remember what the original definition of that word means, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard, you know, because I think there are a lot of good people that are trying to change the meaning of that. that really aren't deranged, but it's still got that stigma with it and still got that definition with it. I think it's going to take a long time, like the word gay took a really long time, decades for that to change, that word to change, and or add the meaning to it, because not all gay or homosexual people are happy. And that's what the gay originally, the dictionary definition was, is happy.
Right.
Not all of us that are gay, LGBT, or bi, or lesbian, or trans are always happy. No, it's okay, but yeah, it's like okay, no, yeah. Anyway, I don't know anything. Oh crap! I think her internet just gave up on her. Yeah, so I don't know. So I'll give her another minute or two, see if she's able to come back or not. Maybe it's my internet that's kind of weak or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, see if she comes back or not. We've been on here about 41 minutes. So I think it's getting about time to wrap it up anyway. So, um, I'm going to so, on Facebook and YouTube and followers, supporters. She's a wonderful person. So, and just remember, you're all important. You all have value, and you all have worth. And if no one's told you that they love you today, I love you. Thanks for tuning in. Whenever you tune in, and have a great rest of the day.